I just made a video, but I rewatched it before I posted it, and I posted it anyway because I said some great stuff. But I am disappointed that I left out a lot of stuff that I was trying to say. But I am gonna hit you with the same disclaimer. This is not medical advice. I am not your doctor. I'm telling you what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. All right, so keep that in mind. And I don't want to offend nobody when I say body fat percentage or anything like that. All right, that's not what this video is. All right, so one thing that I'm talking about is being single digit for men and low double digits for women. All right. Any number that I throw out, you might as well double it for women. And that's not a diss. That's just the fact that you all hold body fat different than us. All right. So even on stage, as shredded as a woman can get and shredded as a man can get, she's still going to be about double. All right. So when I say single digit, I'm talking about anything below 10, all right? So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So if I say 6, you might as well say 12. 12% is like super duper 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 shredded for a woman. All right, I don't even know. All right, so what I'm saying is this, all right? As a man, I'm about 12% right now, and I'm going down because I'm shredding for the summer. I shred almost every summer. A lot of people say you shouldn't get shredded unless you're competing. And what floats your boat? Hey, if you believe that, then you roll with that. If I believe this, I roll with this. I believe that me getting shredded, doing YouTube videos, even before I started doing YouTube videos, I was doing things getting shredded, all right? And walking down the street, shirt off, teaching people, whatever. Da, da, da. That's if that's what I like doing, that's what I like doing. All right. Is it sustainable though? That's the question. Yes and no. It can be, or for some people, it's not. It's not in the cards for everybody. All right. So what I'm trying to say, and I don't like saying in the cards because that sounds like some old witchcraft bullshit. So what I'm trying to say is this. All right. To me, no facts. Right. So different people have different levels of ghrelin and leptin. The hormones is going to tell you you're full, and the hormones is going to tell you you are hungry. All right. And then you also have skill level. You got to take all these things into factor. All right. Skill level. How bad somebody wanted. You can combine those two if you want to. All right. Level of experience, years of experience. All right. This is all skills. All right. So getting in front of this camera and making a YouTube video, that's a skill I had to really build. You know, I didn't like getting in front of the camera at first, all right? I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to talk to people, all right? It's a skill. It has to be built. Same thing with the gym. Same thing with your job that you work at now. Remember, when you first started there, all right? Just imagine if you've been somewhere for years and you're really good at it, think about it. Go back. When you first started, you know what you was doing back then? No, you didn't. Somebody had to teach you. And then on top of that, you had to learn anything, tying your shoe, saying, spelling, reading, ABCs, one, two, threes. All right, just because you're a grown man, grown woman, whatever, does not mean that you just automatically should know. All right, or that you should automatically. I don't want to say you shouldn't have confidence, but I'm just saying like confidence has to be built. There has to be a reason for confidence. All right, so sustainability for body fat percentage, hormones, genetics is different for everybody. All right. I can sustain, and that's probably the plan from here on out for a while. I can sustain single digit body fat percentage. Why are you dieting again then? So, because I bulked, all right? I didn't bulk that heavy. I bulked from 167 to about 185, which is almost 20 pounds. Kind of heavier than I felt like I should have. But at the same time, I like to enjoy myself, and I always have an escape route. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people all the time, if your goal is to be lean and shredded, a lot of people should not bulk until they know what they're doing. All right. A lot of times, counting your calories, things like that. Yes, you can do it without counting your calories, but that's for more professional people. And me, I'm more professional, but I still count my calories. Why? Because I like my freedom. I feel like whatever is in measure cannot be managed. All right. People that's willing to do the hard things. All right. People that's willing to do things that most people think is hard. A lot of people taking these medicines that make you not want to eat, and then they get off of it. They never learned how to eat. They it comes right back. You know what I'm saying? Because they never took a lot of people go to the gym and they sit there and they talk about stuff. They get satisfied watching a video and they sit there and they talk about, yeah, well, I heard this one guy said it, and they teaching each other, they talking, they disagree, and they da 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 da. Like a lot of people say, oh, I heard you should do higher reps with lighter weight. Oh, I think that you should do heavier weight with, even though you're gonna get less reps. And then they always try to bring me into the middle of it and ask me, I'm like, bro, y'all both right. I do that and I do that. But the difference is I'm doing my reps. He's saying high reps, he's saying low reps, but neither one of y'all doing no reps. Y'all talking about the reps. Come on, man. Same thing with anything. So sustainability is going, that's a fully loaded question, all right? Is it sustainable? Is it healthy? That's another question. Is it healthy? Different people are different, all right? Some people are naturally lean, and some people have a genetic indication. They leaning towards not being lean, all right? So it's going to be easier for this person to sustain single-digit body fat than this person. And if you tie that in with the knowledge, all right, it's going to be way easier. If this person gets the knowledge, he can get there too, or at least halfway there. That's a sweet spot, right? I feel like most people, 90% of people should just find a sweet spot, all right? So if you're 12% body fat as a man, probably 24, 25, even early 30 for women, you're going to see certain things you're going to see the leanness, all right? You're going to see the leanness. Now, being lean and being ripped and being shredded, those are three different categories, all right? So to be like on stage bodybuilding professionally, you got to be very low single-digit body fat percentage, 6% lower than that, 5%, some of them lower than that. All right, me personally, I think the leanest I've ever got, and I'm guessing, this is eyeballing, all right, which most of us do. Most of us have not got on the DEXA scan or any other type of body fat percentage besides maybe your bathroom scale or them handheld things, which are way off. All of that stuff has a tendency of being way off, even a DEXA scan. I'd rather just use my eyes like Greg, right? And if you've been in the game long enough, I feel like your eyes are more accurate than those measurements. I do. And a lot of people who are beginners, you're going to disagree with me. Hear me out. There's certain things you start seeing. And things disappear when you get in that middle stage. A lot of people don't even know about that middle stage. When they get to that middle stage, they think they're losing muscle. They think they're getting fatter. They think that they don't push through that middle stage, right? You get to 12% or 13%. And on your way down to 7 or 8 or 9% or wherever you get into, you might see abs come in, then all of a sudden you see them disappear. Or you see they coming in right here, they look like they was all the way in, but they wasn't, and this gets shredded, while this right here seems like it gets fatter. No, it's just because that fat didn't go off yet. That's all it is. The love handles and the bottom abs, it's just because it's comparison to the rest of the body that's getting leaner way faster. All right. The parts that come off last, they look worse when you're getting into the single digits. All right. It's not because they got fatter. It's just because it's in the comparison. All right. If I have a bottle that's like this and I squeeze the top, well, will it get... Well, if the air comes out and the bottom stays the same, I squeeze the top gets skinnier, it's going to make the bottom look and appear. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. My point is, but is it sustainable? I said yes or no. Yes and no. All right? It's all about you as a person, as you as an individual. All right? It's not sustainable for everybody. And like I say, I tell people all the time, don't wait. Another thing is rushing, all right? A lot of people try to lose everything as fast as they possibly can. Those people, the few that get there, most of them blow back up. Slow and steady wins the race, all right? That's why I always tell people, don't wait. The summer is pretty much here. Most people ain't even started. The summer pretty much here, and that's not a diss. I've been saying this. Start early. Same thing I be saying on New Year's. Start early. All right. A lot of videos that I said a lot of this stuff in, I had to erase because I had got to the point where I could get monetized again for the second time. But a lot of those videos had too much reused content in it, so I had to erase a bunch of them. I had 14,000 videos. Now I have about 5,000. I've been going through. Most of them were shorts, and then I had a whole bunch of longs that I had that. And so anything that could be that is gone. It ain't all. I'm still working on it too. I'm erasing videos. Like these last couple of days, I've been kind of slacking, but I got it to like August 25th, so I got time. And my watch hours, I'm not worried about my watch hours because I got a few videos that pretty much guarantee my watch hours, and I got plans. Like I said, I'm cutting, so that's gonna bring my watch hours, keep my watch hours up. While I was in the process of doing this erase thing, I kind of slacked off on my videos, but I've been posting like certain types of videos, current events, rappers, and responding to things and things like that. So that's keeping my watch hours up. I had reached 4,000 or something again, and when I reapplied, I had to go through this whole thing, and I was erasing videos. It pushed me down to like 3,700 and something, and I'm pretty much back to like at least 38 now. Because most of the videos that I'm erasing are old. Those videos ain't really contributing to contributing, whatever. I don't care how to say it. It's not. It's not going towards the watch hours that I got for the last 365 days because those videos ain't really getting viewed that much. The ones that are still getting viewed from old, those don't have reused content in it, so I'm keeping those. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through my videos, finding the ones that could or definitely, especially ones that definitely have reused content. And there's times I spend hours a day just erasing videos, finding videos, erasing videos, and I'm gonna have to go through one of those again. Am I halfway there? I would think that I'm more than halfway there, but I'm gonna be doubly sure. You know what I'm saying? And I got the weekend off. Today, Saturday, we about to go hit the zoo, and we about to do our walk and talk. My kids eating breakfast, my woman eating breakfast. I'm fasted, so I'm getting my steps in, fasted. All right, and then I'm gonna eat later to fuel my workout later. You know what I'm saying? It's all about planning, all right? So sustainability also goes into it comes with planning. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go into this willy-nilly. They want to cut it on off like a light switch, and they want to not plan. And they heard the things people say, you either plan to fail. No, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, basically. And that's facts. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. People go into this without a plan, or they get a plan from somebody who doesn't have experience. You know, a lot of people make the mistake of beginners. It's cool for beginners to start together and learn together, but whenever I see two or more beginners, it's sometimes a group of people, they're all beginners. They're all coming up with a plan together, and whoever's the dominant person in that group, whether it's two people or whatever, or even if it's somebody by themselves, that person is either self-teaching itself, or whoever's the dominant in that group is teaching everybody. And that dominant person, just because they got more confidence, or they sound better, or they might be able to word things better, they still don't have experience. Y'all are all beginners. They just know how to make it sound good. They never listen to us. That's the problem. A lot of people think it's not sustainable because they never listen to a person that done it. All right. I used to be 275. Right now I'm like 171. I was as low as 146 at my lowest as a grown man. Shredded though. I gained a little bit more muscle mass since then. So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, and that's another thing. A lot of people are only worried about weight loss when they're trying to get lean. Even if they've been lifting, like, dude, you gotta keep lifting. What it took for you to keep the muscle, get the muscle, is what you gotta do to keep the muscle. All right. don't change your lifting up that much, all right? And don't lift for cardio. Don't just do 1,000,000 reps. You turn your lifting into cardio. Use your cardio for cardio. A lot of people got this physique in their mind of what they want their end goal to look like. If your end goal is to be toned, lean, that requires muscle. Women too. That requires, stay natural though. A lot of women, oh, I want to get big like I do. If you stay natural, most likely you're not going to. All right? I'm trying to tell you. Your end goal physique that you got in mind requires muscle. A lot of people who are on these crash diets and taking all this stuff and they're not eating enough and they ain't doing nothing. I don't want to diet and exercise. I just want to do it real fast. Okay? And they wonder why they looking like Resident Evil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Holla back at your boy. Watch my other videos. Type in Repetime Fitness how to. Type in Repetime Fitness meals. Type in Repetime Fitness diet. And find some of the video. Type in Repetime Fitness top 10 misconceptions about weight loss. That's the #1 video you need to watch. Because that's still up because they didn't have no reused content in it. A lot of those videos, a lot of my best videos, I did more than twice. So a lot of them are still up. So type that in. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions in the comments. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you already subscribed, you're the MVP. So, stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Peace.